Ray does not sound robotic. Ray is absolutely human. I need to talk to her. That's where all this stuff shines through. And automation is just a way to help scale that. It's a way to help scale the relationship. And as long as you're approaching it or using services that approach it this way, as long as they approach it with intentionality and empathy, and they're thinking about the sequence or the journey or the steps that people have to go through in order to have and foster a relationship with you as a professional, then more power to you.
The Bombcast, mercifully short stories for the trusted advisor.
And the big point here too is that the message isn't the same. It's not like I keep getting emails or see ads that say, hey, Angel, buy this. Here's how much it costs. I see a different aspect, a different appeal. All of a sudden, they've built this whole world. They've shown me 15 different benefits. They've given me ideas for how I can use it. Ways that when they give me those ideas, I start to picture how I'm going to use it in my life. How is it going to make me a bigger, bolder, like cooler, more effective, more productive version of myself? And that's really what a lot of marketing is about. It's like you have to paint a picture for the consumer, for the prospect, about what their life is going to be like after they make the move with you. If there's no transformation, then why would they buy in the first place? They're buying that benefit. They're buying what life is going to be like on the other side of that transaction.
That is so huge, especially because on social media, I mean, I know Snappy Kraken does a lot of work on social media as well as email campaigns. But on social media, you will see the same ad run 15, 20, 30, 40 times in a week. And what do? We keep scrolling right past it. I want to emphasize the impact of building a story. You said creating a world of opportunity in that insight. And when you build that world of opportunity and you create that type of story, that makes you the trusted leader in that. And just like you said, if you're consistently staying top of mind, these people will reach out to you when they need you. When they come to a point of needing a financial advisor, you're going to be the first person that they start a conversation with. And it all starts with trust and credibility. And I hear that a lot with advisors, whether it be insurance, finance, mortgage. I don't want to give all my secrets away because then my competition will be able to leverage it.
Right.
What do you think about that, Angel?
All right. There's three things I want to unpack. First of all, you said world of opportunity. Maybe that's going to be the title of this, like how to create a world of opportunity for your prospects.
I love that.
It's like the marketer in me is like, ooh, let me latch onto a hook here.
I love it.
The second thing is giving away the secrets and being afraid of giving away the secrets. Okay. That's a real easy one. Few people have trade secrets. I can Google your trade secret in half a millisecond and I'm going to find out. So it's not really like what informational advantage do you have that nobody else is going to have access to? It really is all about people buying into you. Think about this. Think about a personal trainer. Is there really an informational advantage? Now, obviously, they have to be qualified. They have to have gone through the training. They have to be able to prove their worth. But is there some informational advantage that a personal trainer would have? Or is it you buying into them as a person, you connecting with them as a person, you respecting them, you trusting them going out of their way to provide value to you, showing you that they know their stuff, showing you that they care about you, that they're following up with you, and that you are going to transform. So remember, they're not buying the information that you have anyway. They're not buying your informational advantage. They are buying the transformation. Articulate to them that you are going to help them transform, that you're going to help them answer the need, the desire, the burning pain point that they have. And then you'll have a client.
Oh my gosh.
So you don't have to be afraid of giving away the secrets. You need to use what you think is a secret. So the information that you know, and you need to package it up in a way that isn't going to overwhelm them. Because again, they're not trying to learn how to become an advisor. So why would you overwhelm them? Why would you give them this torrent of information as if they're going to train? That's not the point here. It's the same thing with marketing. You want to educate people just enough so they know that you know what you're talking about, but you're not trying to train them to have a PhD in marketing.
And you spoke directly to my soul. And I know we've had conversations about this in the past, but they need to buy into you as a person. You need to be a trusted, credible, empathetic, smart individual in this space to be able to earn that opportunity. And the greatest differentiator you have, aside from how you effectively manage your tech stack, is who you are as an individual. It has been scientifically proven that no person on the planet thinks and emotionally engages in the exact same way. So you and I could talk to the exact same person. They could walk away happy with the conversation, hopefully, but it's going to be a very different impact, right? Because you communicate very differently from the way I do, although we are like-minded in a lot of aspects of professional marketing and communication. I adore that you said that, because I think more advisors need to understand that is not a marketing ploy. It's a fact. And when you look at the testimonials on your website, when you look at BombBomb's testimonials, any other human-centered trust building company, it is all about making the individual stand out front. That's what's going to set them apart. So you're speaking to my heart, Angel.
Yeah, awesome. So can I say something about how automation comes into play? So you talk about communication, you talk about connecting with people. Oftentimes I'll find that some people will be a little hesitant about using automation. And one of the objections is, oh, well, am I going to come off robotic or disingenuous? Am I going to sound like a robot if I use automation? And that's it's a funny point to me, because have you ever heard of the Turing test?
Yes, but I don't know what it is.
So I'm probably butchering this, but the Turing test is a test that's employed to see if a robot, or like, let's say a chat bot, if it can convince someone that it is human, if it can convince someone that it is not a robot. And they have a few experiments on, like, you can go through and start chatting with this chat bot and you're like, oh, all right. And then you ask it a question and it answers in such a bonkers way where you're like, nope, called it. That's not a robot, or that's not a person. That's actually a robot. The reason why I bring that up is because sometimes you can have dinner with somebody and they don't pass the Turing test. Think about the people who are so automated, who are so stuck and fixated on their agenda, and they're running their script, and they're not empathetic and they're not listeners. So no matter what you say, all of a sudden, it's like they just bulldoze over what you said, how you felt, no matter how vulnerable it was, how emotional it was. They're like, yeah, they prove to you that they were not listening at all, and they're just running their script. So you can fail the Turing test in person. So it has nothing to do with the tool. It has nothing to do with automating these emails or sending out some of the thank you pages like you've sent out. You've sent out pages that have a video of you and has copy underneath with a call to action. I don't assume that page was made specifically for Angel Gonzalez, that you sat down and like, oh, I'm going to make this video for Angel. However, when I see that page and I see your personality shine through and I read the tone of voice, and it signals to me, Ray gives a damn. Ray put intention into what she was doing here. Ray does not sound robotic. Ray is absolutely human. I need to talk to her. That's where all this stuff shines through. And automation is just a way to help scale that. It's a way to help scale the relationship. And as long as you're approaching it, or using services that approach it this way, as long as they approach it with intentionality and empathy, and they're thinking about the sequence or the journey or the steps that people have to go through in order to have and foster a relationship with you as a professional, then more power to you.
The Bombcast, mercifully short stories for the trusted advisor.